Working in Atlantic City, the one thing I learned is the goal of any casino, get you in the doors, don't give you an excuse to leave. You did a 180 on that. Why is that?
Well, from the very beginning, when we asked the voters what they wanted back in 2009, we started polling voters. They told us what they wanted. They wanted urban casinos. They wanted them in a certain amount, in a certain number of casinos. They didn't want 15 in the state or 20 or 30 or whatever. They wanted them in the major cities. They wanted to have full gaming. And so, that's what the voters told us they wanted. That's what we put on the ballot. And we're trying to honor our campaign promises, which was to create an urban destination that feeds both ways, in and out, where people won't just say, hey, I'm going to the casino. They're going to say, I'm going to downtown Cleveland, because they're going to have dinner on 4th Street or 6th Street or somewhere, or one of the other great restaurants in the area, go to Playhouse Square, go to a Cavs game, come to the casino as part of it. And we want to be part of the whole entertainment destination in downtown Cleveland.
As this comes to life, is this kind of what you had in mind?
Yeah, I mean, we had this vision in mind that we painted, back in 2009 for the voters, and they trusted us to do this, and it's very important for us to deliver on what we said. So, walking through it, though, you almost have to pinch yourself. It's hard to believe it's actually here, because, I mean, this has been a project. I've never seen so many groups of people cooperate and collaborate so much to come out with something so positive. I mean, not just the workers themselves who work so hard on the project, and the unions and the union heads, and the community and all the facets or factions of the community. You had the city government, the state government. You had a whole new regulatory agency that had to be set up in Columbus, and the banking part of it, and the financing part of it, and the design and the architecture, and go on and on and on. Our partners, Caesars, so many people in really a relatively short period of time, and we only really started demoing this building about 16 or 17 months ago. So it's very exciting to see, and when people put their minds around something that's positive, it can get done.
I realized in sitting here talking with you and walking through the people when they see you, there is no one person in the city, elected, appointed, or self-anointed, who has more of an impact on the city's future right now than you. Do you realize that?
I don't know if I totally realize that. I'm very humbled by it all, and I just feel good that we can make a positive impact, and we actually call it doing well by doing good, and we don't think those are in conflict. And that's what appealed to us in the first place about the casino venture. It wasn't just opening up a casino in a rural or suburban area where people would pull up in a valet and get out and just get back in. That we're about urban development both in Detroit and in Cleveland, and in these industrial, old Rust Belt cities that are now emerging with life. And if we can be part of that impact and be profitable at the same time, then everybody wins.
That your partner with Caesars wasn't a surprise. It made sense. But the way that relationship has grown with Maryland, with Caesars Interactive, it's really taken off.
Yeah, it really has. We get along great with those guys. We have very similar cultures. Can-do philosophies. They're very people-oriented, and they care about their team members and their employees as we do. And so, yeah, we're looking at other things with them and exploring other things, and made some smaller investments in other ventures that they have.
With Caesars Interactive, when you look at the fact that 12% of Facebook's profits are Zynga, right, and you see that is the future, I understand why you would want to be a part of it. I was surprised that Caesars would let anybody into it. What is it that you think Rock will bring to that partnership? Well,
I think they've witnessed our development ability, not just physically, but developing business opportunity here as we have in Ohio, and we're working on in Maryland with them, and also having the physical development capability as we've done here in Cleveland. So it's a good partnership because they bring the gaming and operational expertise, and we can bring the front-end business and development opportunity and political maneuvering opportunities and things like that. So it's a good marriage.
I love the Welcome Center. Gorgeous. But in a sense, it's $1 million smile with a missing front tooth. Mm-hmm. What are your plans for the block?
Well, we just want to make sure that block safety is number one, no matter what we do here, right? You want to have safe pathways everywhere, and our security is top notch, and the Cleveland Police Department have been phenomenal, and they've been very proactive in working with us. So both public and private, we think has made this area very, very safe. And then we just want to make sure physically that every building is safe as well, and it is safe right now, but that building has been dilapidated for a long period of time and been sitting vacant and nothing done to it, and there's probably other better, more higher uses for that property eventually.
I know people, you go to a casino, especially in the wintertime, you want to leave your coat in the car and just not have to worry about it. The plans for the walkway, how is that progressing?
Well, you know, the Historic Commission is sort of nixed, as you know, because this building, this historic building, has historic tax credits on it. So until those tax credits are paid off down the line, we're not going to be able to put a walkway in. But we're going to see also how it goes without it, and see how people go through the winter and direct. You know, even though the cold weather happens, if it's just a block or two or less than that, and they want to visit other restaurants and amenities like the Tilted Kilt that just came up here. You know, maybe that's something that'll be positively embraced. We don't know yet. We're going to find out. We're going to find out the need for it through the next 12 months.
What can we anticipate for Monday?
You know, I don't know. You tell me. We're going to see. You know, we've got a little pre-opening party, and then at 9:30 the doors open for the public, and you know, we're gonna let the dice roll and the cards go, and we're going to see what happens. Hopefully, things go smooth. Now, we're always going to get better here, and I think that. I always just caution people, you have 1,600 great, enthusiastic, incredible people, 94% of them, I'm talking about the new team members, are from the Cleveland area, but most of them are inexperienced, so people are going to be learning and getting better and better, and I always just caution everybody to give us a little bit of patience, a little bit of time. Hopefully it'll be good day one, but it'll be great over time.